Aloha and welcome, Soul Family. Soul Ohana Kapualani here with your timeless weekly reading. And while this reading is timeless, the week that this reading will be covering is actually going to be for the eclipsing full moon, and I believe it's going to be a solar eclipse. Oh my gosh, you guys, help me out here if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. It's all good. But at any rate, I'm going to, as always, open things up with a little bit of a cleanse, sound healing cleanse. Going to chime my tuning fork here for like 3 times. And I'm going to give you some space to connect to your breath. So if you'd like to close your eyes as I chime, breathing deeply in through the nose for a count of 4. If you'd like, you can hold at the top, but just release your breath with a ha or a sigh. And as you inhale, just set some goals, intentions, focus on calling in your ancestors, your angels, so forth, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Creator, your higher power, God. And as you exhale, giving thanks, gratitude, appreciation, while also releasing anything and everything that no longer serves your highest, greatest good. All right, so here we go. All right, so I again want to just thank you so much for being here. As I shuffle the cards, if you'd like to, again, just kind of keep those goals in mind, while also just, again, being open to receiving any and all information in alignment with the highest, greatest good of all, everyone involved. Spirit, what do we need to know in the here and now, whether it is in alignment with these full moon, eclipse energies? Because as we know, this is timeless, so at any point when you're watching this, always take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But Spirit, what is the message for us here? Okay, so we've got the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. There is a form of perhaps heart healing, heartache, heartbreak that you are recovering from. I feel like this is mainly a healing energy is what I'm picking up on. I'm like, Spirit, which way would you like for me? I'm just tuning in here. There's a way being shown for you, and apologies for me like kind of going back and forth with these cards, but it's for a reason. Okay. So there's messages of love that Spirit is sort of, it's guiding you in heart and soul kind of way. You may have been feeling alone, left out in the cold. Maybe you're tired of just the losses and having to constantly catch up, but you are heading toward relief. Now, Spirit says, go ahead, if you refer back to these, they're like one way or another. The messages that I get, because these cards did show up together, we're moving on. We're moving on. There's a new cycle that's opening up for you. And it's going to be one that will be recovering. Okay, it's a recovery cycle. It's a recovery from feeling left behind, or like you're constantly having to cut your losses. And so this is what's passing, what's being released, and what you're recognizing. And the healing, for some, you may also be having a physical sort of healing or recovery that's happening. Again, feelings of being left out in the cold, even, that you're moving on from. Again, there are healing energies, and Spirit is guiding you, because, I feel like we've been seeing this Ace of Cups making an appearance. So there's definitely these new cycles opening up, and I feel like you aren't alone. You won't be alone. And while in the 5 of Pentacles, we're not certain whether or not these two figures, the male and the female figures here, we are not certain if they're together or if they just happen to be walking in the same direction, which is toward, that hypothetical chapel door, that where they are going to be finding respite. So keep going. Thank you, Spirit. That's really the core of the message, is keep going. Even if you are feeling those new cycles, or you're calling it in, or you're open to the new cycles, but you feel like I'm not quite seeing it yet, this is something that's a process. It's a journey. It doesn't just go snap, snap. right? Whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, it's a lot of the time progress happens step by step over a period of time, right? So what's coming through in the present tense? 10 of Swords. Maybe you're spinning your wheels. I feel this form of exhaustion. Maybe there's something also even going on with the spine, the nervous system. Spinning your wheels, spine, nervous system. We've got the sun. Things are being exposed. Anywhere that you have felt betrayed or backstabbed, for example, even if it's just betraying yourself, right? Where you may feel like, wow, I really believed this or that. I really believed this person. I really believed that this particular outcome would be unfolding. It doesn't mean that it's over. And the sun here following, again with that Ace of Cups, again, these new beginnings, everything shall be revealed. Everything is revealed under the sun. And so anything that you feel like you may have missed, where you've been going over things and going over things and going over things, you're going to, that's coming to a close. Tens are all about endings and beginnings and what's opening up with the sun. So what is being revealed, what is coming through? We've got the Star, we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So your progress is underway. And I feel like part of what you're going to be seeing from that Five of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles here is your growth. It's been difficult, right? You want to be able to see, hold, and touch that real change or that real progress, that real growth, those real results. And you are, and you will. Okay, look at these the sun and the star here. I love this because something is being illuminated is what I'm hearing. I feel like there's this retrieval of the inner child. How they say reclaiming the inner child, and I don't know why, but Spirit used the word retrieval. So maybe that means something for you. We are aware of our inner child that's there. We go back and forth with that reclamation at times, right? But it's like retrieving that spirit of innocence, that spirit of lightheartedness, of play. Okay, being clear about who and what we are investing our time, energy, and value in, because we know better. We have already kind of been through it, right? There's contemplation that's happening, but now you're going to be able to see actual real results is what I'm hearing. And so that star is a promise of hope, and it's saying to have hope, have faith in your dreams, in yourself, get lost in the daydream in a positive way, because you're moving on from these times, these tough times, these cycles of insanity. We're doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. And so there is, with these eclipsing energy, this whole new reality that's getting ready to blast open. But it doesn't mean that you're just starting out empty-handed here or feeling like you're at a loss. While you are in this position of healing, while you're in this position of allowing for the air to clear, breathe, right? When I see the Ten of Swords, I often think of breathe. Look at what's right in front of you, the sun, looking at what's right in front of you, rather than spinning your wheels and being in your thoughts. If you've already been driving yourself cuckoo bunkers, okay? So what's coming into fruition, and the star is also a symbol of healing as well. So even with that Ace of Cups and the star, there is healing that's underway, whether again it's mentally, emotionally, physically, all of the things. Okay, so what wishes, what dreams, what hope can we lean into, or are we looking at what's coming into fruition here with an outcome or a timing, Spirit? What do we need to know? Oh, just flew out off to the side. Things are moving fast. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. Look at that, Ace of Swords. So from the Ten of Swords to the Ace of Swords, definitely aces here. 2 aces. So look up angel number 1, angel number 11, 1, okay? Just to see any other deeper guidance if that speaks to you. But for sure, we are closing these cycles of self-torment, of feeling like you've been betrayed, like your thoughts have been betraying you, maybe others talking behind your back are betraying you. And I don't want to kind of get like in that freaky sort of mode, but the point is, if there have been feelings of like, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? It's going to be revealed. You're going to be able to see it. So don't be afraid to look. And while you're at it, right, just remember that there are new cycles opening up. So lest I forget, Sun Leo energy right in that center. So keep that solar sun as your center, the source. Keep your eyes focused on source, on the sun, on God, on your higher power, on spirit. Okay, and then that star energy illuminating and guiding your way. You are being guided here. You have archangels who are guiding you. Your ancestors are guiding you. In one of my more recent weekly readings, the timeless readings, there was a really deep ancestral connection coming through, and in this case it's like you're getting it, you feel it, you're allowing for it, you're opening up to it. We have hope that there is a new cycle coming through. The Ace of Swords is also about decisions, so there may be a significant decision that's being made that you're being called to sort of look at, or to, I don't want to just be obvious, like make a decision, but aside from these new beginnings, if and where there has been confusion, you will have clarity. You will have clarity. The clarity is coming through, okay? And so these areas here, I'm appreciative and appreciating that these are kind of what we're moving on from, but this is the base of it. This is the core of it. This is what is surrounding you. Okay, this is what is surrounding you. We already have been seeing, like I said, this Ace of Cups has been pretty prominent recently. So there it is, a heart healing and the new beginnings coming through here, fulfillment coming through, wishes that are being fulfilled, and the clarity in terms of knowing where to focus your energies, where to direct your energies. As I was saying that, I did see 1111 on the timer, so something's coming up here, something's coming through here. All right. So, as a reminder, if you are a regular subscriber, I thank you so much for your subscription. Don't worry, we're not done here with the readings. I'm just adding this little snippet, my little commercial in here. But if you are resonating with this reading and you have not subscribed, or if this is, you're a newcomer, just know that I also have a part 2 to this. There will be a part 2. We're going to do another spread. We're going to add some oracle cards and things of that nature. But I do encourage you to subscribe so that you can not only stay updated, but it allows me to connect a bit more clearly and deeply, specifically with your energies as well. All right, so getting back to the cards here, I feel like Spirit is opening you up to not just contemplation, but that imagination. Make your wishes. Okay, make your wishes. There may be a choice or decision coming through that's going to help, and we'll see what that's opening up to here, what those choices and decisions, where this path is going to be leading you, guiding you, and even maybe what's in the core of this particular reading too. So before I let you go, we're going to ask the animal spirits for some guidance here. And as I mentioned earlier, just as a nod, we're going to be, if you have a yes, no question, asking the angels for some answers for my oracle deck. Yes, no question, if you want to ask the angels. And we're also going to ask the romance angels. So even if it's not, if you're not interested in love, I always say connect to, what's speaking to you. And it can be in a general sense, what you're passionate about, whatever the case may be. But let's get to the animal spirit guide. So animal spirits, what do we need to know? What animal spirit is speaking to us? Thank you, animal spirits. It's a message for us in the here and now. Thank you. All right. Ooh. So I don't know that we've seen panther or moth before, but look at this. What do you notice with these two cards, panther and moth? Green, right? The black and white, of course, but that green color. So green heart chakra energies, but it is also part of that gold. So that's going from that solar plexus chakra to that heart chakra. So we are taking action in alignment with the heart. We are empowering ourselves, our free will, through the heart center. Panther, otorango, okay, energy. Well, I'm thinking of jaguar energy. And you can see the fierceness here. This is a protector energy, and the jaguar resonates, I believe, with that sacral chakra. Okay, I could be wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get this wrong, because it's the serpent that is the root. Thank you, Spirit. And Panther protects the higher chakra bodies from that kundalini, from that serpent overtaking things, from that root chakra just kind of going crazy and wild, right? And so there's a protection here. Panther resonates also with the feminine. The Panther is the guardian to the other side, okay? The unknown, the mystery as well. There is a protection coming through very clearly. Moth is that transformational energy, okay, like moth butterfly. I feel like because of the more nocturnal sort of symbolism coming through, it's about seeing through the dark, seeing like don't be afraid to go into the unknown is one of the core messages that I'm getting here. Don't be afraid to, like a moth to a flame, to follow the light, your own inner light. I do get a sense that, for some, if this resonates with you, then definitely, with any of this, if all this resonates, definitely, please, I encourage everyone to check out that part two. It starts at a sliding scale, so like $1.11 for those who don't know. But I digress. Because what I was getting to here is Kundalini. When I said Kundalini, there's an activation. Okay, you may be experiencing a Kundalini activation, even though these are not necessarily those symbols. Like I said, the jaguar panther protects that second sacral chakra, which is desire, sexuality, that sort of thing. Okay, so I feel like there's something also about setting boundaries. I feel like this is about being mindful of who and what you are attracted to. Ask yourself what is worth your while, who and what are worth your time, energy, and value. I do get that Luna moth here energy with the moth. So again, that nocturnal sort of feeling, being aware, keep your eyes open. And I keep getting these energies of protection. You are being protected at this time, okay? But be mindful as well to not accept anything less. Be mindful to kind of just set up your own energy protections, not in a way of being like paranoid, but especially for whatever reason I'm picking up on, especially if you are experiencing or going through some significant transitions or have some significant decisions to make. All right, I definitely encourage you in that regard. So I am going to close up here, but don't forget, we're going to be looking at the Animal Spirit Guidebook to get some deeper insights, more clearly defined, messages from the Animal Spirit Guides. I showed you my angel oracles, but also if you would like to schedule a session with me, I offer live and pre-recorded sessions at Kapualani.com, and you can find part two at Kapualani.com/extensions. I'm going to leave the link in the comments below, as well as you can find it in the descriptions. All right, so I'm going to close this out with a chime. 1717, 17 with the star, y'all. All right, make those wishes and be clear. You're going to get some clarity coming through, some answers. All right, but again, until next time, we're going to close out, and I will see you in part two.